Hello, and welcome to another episode of Egregious with your host, Almond. Um, did you know that Bruce Willis was asked to leave a store for not wearing a mask in public? Well, you might know that if you read the news. Hi there. I know on Egregious, I usually come at you with steps and I try to teach you, try to learn something. But today we're going to take a step back and we're just going to stay informed. How are we going to stay informed? By only reading news headlines. And since this is a comedy show, we're going to make a little game out of it. News can be very informative. It can also be very funny and lighthearted, and very informative. Did I say that twice? I said it twice. So let's begin. And there's one rule. I'm only going to read the headlines, and there's one exception. If the headline is so outrageous that I can't understand it, I will read further. Um, every time I learn something new and stay informed, I'm going to take a sip of beer. So let's get started, and don't mind the jump cuts. This is the theme song. All right, just gonna pull up my phone and check some light-hearted news. That way we can get some laughs. Anne Hathaway says we're all saying her name wrong. Anne Hathaway hates her name. Call me anything but Anne. Okay, maybe her name's Annie. Like I said, I'm only reading the headlines, so I could go in and find more, but all these headlines don't say what she wants to be called. Oh, call me Annie, please. Okay, with an I. There we go. Finally found it. Thank you, Us Weekly. Well, I learned something. Take a sip. TikToks show two women getting arrested for assaulting an airline employee. Shouldn't do that. You're on a no-fly list now. Mind-blowing numbers of crime committed during Capitol riot. 160 cases. Files open, says official. That's not that lighthearted or comedical. That's not. For the mob that stormed the U.S. Capitol, a lesson from Charlottesville. Yeah, if you guys know either of those stories, there's no joke to be made about there. People died. So that's not funny. Help my friends harass me about the police brutality because my brother is a cop. All right. So I'm getting a sense from the news headlines that these aren't really that funny. So we're going to actually change today's non-lesson from staying informed to being depressed. Part one. One way to be depressed, and that's read the news. These are all just depressing. Let's take a look at technology. No, that's boring bullshit. Entertainment news. Pokemon is celebrating its 25th anniversary with Katy Perry. I guess I learned. No. Fucking sometimes the news is not funny. We're gonna go to science. Science news. Dire wolves aren't wolves at all. They form a distinct lineage with jackals. I bet that's gonna put a lot of Game of Thrones fans at a loss. There's a rocket ship that looks like a penis. Health news. Children apologize for spreading COVID-19 to relatives on deathbeds. God, that's fucking sad. Give me 1 second. All right, we're not going to be able to continue this lesson much longer if I learn much more. Ah, yum. That'll suffice. Ireland has the world's highest COVID-19 rate. How did it go so wrong? Uh, Officials. Rabid bobcat attacks two people. Dog in Southbury. Well, I hope the dog's all right. Ah, let's go to sports news. Chrissy Teigen gets back tattoo in honor of sexy new John Legend song. U.S. COVID-19 death hits another one-day high at over 4,300 people. Oh boy. Uh, In other news, we're just gonna wrap it up there because I'm starting to feel a bit tipsy, and the news is depressing. The news is depressing nowadays. It may be very informative, but it is not lighthearted in the least. So catch us next time when we do something else. Okay, bye.